And now to a controversy that refuses to die down. It's a new look government, it's a new sarkar, but the controversy continues to remain the same. Remember, there is this new look social media profile of the PMO. PMO is the Prime Minister's office. That is the image that I'm talking about. Now, what happened is that on Tuesday late evening, the PMO account on X changes its display and its cover pictures. If you look at that very closely, you will see an image of the Prime Minister where he was literally bowing down before the Constitution. This happened in the Central Hall of the Parliament. But considering the nature of today's political discourse, it was only a matter of time before this also became a subject of a fresh political tussle. Now, on your screen, we'll be putting out more images. This will tell you the contrast. Look at a Narendra Modi versus a Rahul Gandhi. During the entire campaign of the big elections of 2024, Rahul Gandhi has been holding this book of the Constitution everywhere that he goes. He's been saying Samvidhan khatre mein hai, Arakshan khatm kiya jayega. The BJP has been trying to say that he is sub fake narrative hai. All this is wrong. It's just a propaganda. But it seems that some bit of what Rahul Gandhi, the entire opposition, has been saying did percolate down to the masses. The reason why you have seen the BJP suffering certain reverses in a lot of states, including Uttar Pradesh. Then came this image of the Prime Minister in the Central Hall of the Parliament, and Rahul Gandhi claims it is only and only because of the people. It's only and only because of a lot of pressure that the Congress has exerted so far that the Prime Minister was forced in this gesture. But on the other side is also, remember, this entire narrative that was created of the 400 par, where the opposition said that why they want a 400 par is that so that they can tinker with the Constitution and hence the reservation. And interestingly, on the same day today, Shinde, who is, remember, the Chief Minister in Maharashtra, has also said that maybe that 400 par slogan has damaged and dented the party. Let's quickly open this up. First up, with reactions we have so far from Rahul Gandhi, who's been again and again talking of the Samvidhan and the Prime Minister and the BJP not wanting to follow the Samvidhan.
मगर आपने फोटो देखी होगी कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी संविधान को ऐसे पकड़े थे, यूं कर रहे थे ना, देखा आपने? ये आपका काम था, ये आपने करवाया है। देश के प्रधानमंत्री को आपने मैसेज भेजा है कि संविधान को आपने छुआ तो देखो हम आपके साथ क्या करते हैं।
And the people of India also told them that the Constitution is our voice. Do not touch the Constitution. Before the election, you saw BJP leaders saying we will tear up the Constitution, we will throw the Constitution away, we will change the Constitution. Arrogance of power. After the election, you saw the Prime Minister doing this to the Constitution. So you can see that the people of India have stood. And also notice that hatred has been defeated by love and affection.
मोदी जी अभी तीसरी बार 10 साल में जो काम किया मोदी जी ने, हमने देखा है कि इतने निर्णय उन्होंने लिए कि पिछले 50-60 सालों में निर्णय नहीं हुए थे, उतने निर्णय 10 साल में हुए। लेकिन क्या हुआ, इसके अंदर कुछ फॉल्स नैरेटिव सेट करने की वजह से कुछ जगह पर हमें नुकसान हुआ है। महाराष्ट्र में भी नुकसान हुआ है। संविधान बदलेंगे, ये होगा, रिजर्वेशन जाएगा, फलाना होगा, कुछ भी नहीं होने वाला था। लेकिन 400 पार वाला आंकड़ा जो है, उसके वजह से लोगों के दिमाग में एकदम ऐसी बात हो गई कि ये सब आगे जाके कुछ गड़बड़ होगी।
एकनाथ शिंदे जी ने कहा 400 पार की पिछले संविधान और कोटे पर गड़बड़ की आशंकाओं को हवा दी है।
400 पार की जो हमारी खबर थी, उसको लेकर के विपक्षी दलों ने उसे संविधान परिवर्तन से जोड़ करके चुनाव में उसका दुरुपयोग किया।
He has accepted what we were telling him. We were telling him the Constitution is supreme.
हम लोगों ने संविधान को इशू बनाया था कि जिस तरह से ये 400 के पार सांसद मांग रहे थे और उस संख्या का उद्देश्य यही था कि अगर हमको वो संख्या आ जाएगी तो हम कानून बदल देंगे।
मैं जानना चाहता हूं जिस संविधान की आप बात करते हैं उसका प्रियम्बल जो होता है संविधान की आत्मा होता है और इंदिरा गांधी ने 1976 में उसको बदला। क्यों बदला? उसमें संविधान बदलने का खतरा तो तुम्हारे से है, आरक्षण खत्म करने का खतरा तुम्हारे से है।
Prime Minister Modi takes the oath of the Constitution, has followed the Constitution, unlike many Congress leaders, including Mr. Jayaraj Ramesh's leader, who after taking the oath of Constitution go abroad and run down India.
So a lot of interesting reactions that you have seen, right from the Maharashtra Chief Minister to KC Tyagi of the JDU. They all realize कि somewhere वो 400 पार का नारा तोहीन जो आप लोगों ने लगाया था वो उसने आपको दिक्कत कर दी. Plus the entire fake narrative, like you call it, of the change in the Samvidhan has also dented you. We'll quickly find out where does the controversy go in from here. Tuhin represents the BJP, is the national spokesperson joining us. Dr. Manisha Kayande is the MLC and spokesperson of the Shinde Shiv Sena. Also, Lokesh Jindal is a political analyst. He does lean towards the Congress. And Sameer Singh is the national spokesperson of the SP. He's completing our panel. Manisha ji, let's begin by asking you, what's going on with the Shinde Sena and the BJP? There is a lot of buzz कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, दाल में कुछ तो काला है. And today Eknath Shinde ji also saying that the entire nara of 400 par was detrimental.
Well, I think what Honorable Eknath Shinde said was that the slogan 400 par, I mean, of course, the intention was that we wanted, as NDA, we wanted to bring 400 seats. We wanted to win 400 seats. But that was twisted and tweaked by the Indie Alliance, saying it was a false narrative that was set, that we want to cross 400 because we want to change the constitution. Now, if you see the Congress, during Indira Gandhi's time, the preamble was changed. Then they never respected Honorable Bharat Ratna Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar. It was the Congress who defeated him.
You accept the fact that there was a narrative and kind of that narrative damaged not just the BJP but also perhaps damaged you when it comes to Maharashtra. I want to quickly get in Lokesh here, then Tuhin, and also Sameer will come in here. Lokesh, why do you believe in so much of fake narratives, fake news as the BJP and the government is alleging? What was the need for this fake narrative?
Fake narrative, first of all. The government and its functioning was against the very ethos of the Constitution of India. From the beginning, attempts were made to compromise upon the independence of judiciary. For example, in 2014 itself, the BJP came out with constitution of NJAC, that is National Judicial Appointment Commission. Subsequently, attempts were made so as to subordinate Election Commission and other institutions, ED, IT, CBI. These were agencies which started functioning for political ends. The institution of governor, whether in Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, they started acting beyond the spirit of Constitution. We saw Citizenship Amendment Act, and for the first time, we saw a religious qualification entered into Part 2 of the Indian Constitution.
No, but Lokesh, what the BJP is saying is that all this is a part of a fake narrative. And Sameer, quickly, when you look at this image, we are playing out two images. One is the Pradhan Mantri who was when in the central hall, he's just bowing down to the constitution as a matter of respect and gratitude. And he says, hamare liye Samvidhan sabse upar hai. Then is the Rahul Gandhi who's mocking the Prime Minister. Sameer, the elections are over. The heat and dust has settled. Do you think it's time for the opposition also to be a little bit more constructive, or you find merit in what Rahul is saying, Sameer?
Deepti, first of all, if you're comparing the two images, then obviously, see, the theatrical prowess of the Prime Minister is in front of everybody. Nobody is, nobody can challenge that the theatrical prowess of the Prime Minister.
You're saying
But
this is all
coming
drama?
to your point,
Samir, are
I
you saying
think
all this is drama?
there is obviously a need, because this is all this is all a PR stunt, and there is nothing wrong in acknowledging that the public of the people of India have actually made a dent on what the Prime Minister and what the BJP stood for.
Okay.
In the past tenure of the Prime Minister, they have completely worked against the Constitution, and now I am thankful to the people of India who have shown their faith and what the Constitution actually means to them.
Okay.
And it's owing to the dip in those numbers and the problem that the BJP, the problem with the mandate that it didn't get, the BJP did not get. It's because of all these things that today the Prime Minister has to, make a move.
So you are also
make a
claiming
move of
credit
this
much
sort
like Rahul
by
Gandhi. So
bowing
Tuhin,
down to
it's
the
only
Constitution
because of people like Rahul Gandhi, people like Akhilesh Yadav, that the Pradhan Mantri has been forced to acknowledge that the Constitution is the supreme book that will be used to run the country, Tuhin.
Well, good evening, Deepti. Good evening, everybody. You know, if I were in Rahul Gandhi's shoes, I would be extremely worried about having to spend the third consecutive term in Parliament with less than 100 seats. I would be extremely worried about, not getting a single member of Parliament in at least 5 to 6 states. But look at the way he continues to be delusional. Prime Minister Modi has had utmost respect and reverence for the Constitution. Now, let me put two straight questions to the Congress representative over here. Which amendment of Modi government to the Constitution do they have a problem with? Do they have a problem with the 106th amendment to the Constitution, the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam? Do they have a problem with the 102nd Amendment, which gave constitutional status to National Council of Backward Caste? And second question, which page or which article in the Constitution states that you need 400 seats to change the Constitution? We had, roughly 360 seats even last time with our alliance partners. We could have done it in 2019.
But then,
so I think these people need
something
to
did go wrong. No, see, otherwise, your allies, Eknath Shinde ji, and even KC Tyagi of the JDU, they are both acknowledging कि दिक्कत तो हुई है, उसी से damage हुआ है. And Tuhin, to be fair, I just want to know what the Congress is asking you, that why did the Prime Minister, the PMO's, Twitter handle, change the display pic? Are you being forced to acknowledge that Constitution is supreme and you will abide by the Constitution?
No, Prime, on two occasions, on three consecutive occasions in 2014, 2019 and 2024, before entering the Parliament, Prime Minister Modi has, prostrated himself on the stairs of the Parliament. That is the kind of respect that he has for the Parliament. That is the kind of respect that he has for the Constitution.
Okay, Lokesh, quickly respond to this. Yes, so Lokesh, I think that's a good point that Tuhin has raised.
My good friend Tuhin talked about 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Now, 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act was not constitutional. That's why you had to reverse it. 102nd Constitutional Act was basically depriving the states for recommending the OBCs. And you wanted the National Commission of Backward Classes to be the sole authority that would have recommended which caste to be included under the OBCs.
Okay, Lokesh, to add to that, what Tuhin has just said, that the Prime Minister did this in 2014. The Prime Minister also revered the Constitution in 2019. When he does that in 2024, why do you say that ye sab drama hai and this is a PR stunt also, Samir? Why do you call this drama?
Deepti, is the question directed towards me?
Yes, Samir, yes.
Deepti, it is very clear, never before, and since the bites that you showed, clearly the alliance partner themselves are of the opinion that the 400 par slogan did all the damage, or to majority of the fact.
Now you need help from the NDA allies, Samir, to have your case.
So obviously, I have, ma'am, the India alliance from day one. Since the results have been announced, we have been very hopeful that this is the alliance, and the alliance partners will work with the India alliance to, to stop BJP from doing wrong. And this is just the beginning. And we are very faithful. We are very hopeful that in the future, it's the alliance partners who will, stop the BJP from gaining an autocratic style, and this is in the favor of the country. This is in the favor of every citizen of the country.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything wrong with acknowledging what right is being done.
Tuhin will take
But
10
right
seconds
now,
to
and in
respond
fact,
before we
if
hit a
the
break.
PM
Tuhin.
is bowing down to the Constitution. Even this
Okay,
is
Tuhin,
very
Tuhin,
good
yes.
for the
Well, you know,
Constitution, for the
Deepti,
democracy of the
it's been 8 days. It's been 8 days since the results came out. Look at the difference between the two sides. On war mode, we have got back to governance. The allocation of portfolios has been done seamlessly. Two big decisions of the cabinet has been taken. And these people, what are they doing? They are unable to appoint the LOP. They are, Rahul Gandhi is unable to decide which constituency to retain. The only thing they managed to do is make absurd comments and make absurd statements and keep misleading the people. So, this is the character between the two sides.
All right, so Tuhin says that this is the comparison of what the NDA and the India alliance really stands for. Only for word of time, gentlemen, I thank all of you right now. But we'll have to see whether this entire pressure and pull that Rahul Gandhi believes has worked with the Samvidhan will continue. On the other side of this quick break, back with more.